Machine Dragon Arrow signing in once again. Alright guys, this video's been a long time coming, so let's get on with it. As we can see here, I have my Predator and all his accessories and whatnot, or at least what I took off of him. As you can see, these two old wrist blades right here come from the old McFarlane line of Predators. Why they gave all the Predators this blade, I don't know. I might use them for a spear or something, I'm still deciding on that. The wrist computer, still good, even though it doesn't have, I dropped the big hands. Even though it doesn't have the little flap anymore. I'm not going to be adding it back onto him. Like I said, I'm going to shave out this peg and see about putting on a different figure. Necklace, I never actually liked the necklaces. They just seem like they just get in the way. They're kind of pointless. So, yeah. These pieces, gone. Not going to use them. Alright, we have all the parts I removed. The blades, the weapons, everything. Gauntlets, loincloth. They will be painted here. The backpack, I might paint it. I'm still deciding. I don't know. At the Predator body. Why the loincloth's not there? Well, because it's covered up. Never mind. I'll be painting on this guy too. Hopefully on this video. Here we have all the paint I will be using. A lot of blue. There's a lot of blue. Like 3 different color blues. I don't know what blue I'm going to use. But yeah. Over here in the back, I have all my paintbrush, majority of my paintbrushes that are covered in, well, that I use a lot. Now, what I recommend for cleaning your paintbrushes is to dip them and soak them in hot water. If you're going to be using them a lot, soak them in hot water. That kind of helps me out. And I think dishwashing liquid will help out too, to get all the grime inside there out. Plus, it's also great to clean off your brushes if you're going to be using them for more than one paint. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, as we can see here, the first thing I'm going to be painting will be all the bladed weapons. Now, I'm going to be using this nice gold color paint. Here I have a small paintbrush. Let me see if I can get this focused in. What you want to use is try and use the types of brushes that will be better suited for the occasion. I'm going to paint some very small things, so I need a small paintbrush. Nothing too big or fancy. Now, I soaked this thing in hot water and I'm trying to thin it out. That way I can get some nice even brushes. Now, as you may see, I have the entire stage covered in wax paper. I do not want to get my stage covered in paint. Now, to get started. First things first, I'm going to be using the smallest blade. Painting the smallest blade first. Get the hard details out of the way. Now, because I got big hands and I forgot my tweezers, I'm going to have to try and be very careful. Now, as you see these little back pegs right here, for all the bladed weapons, I will not be painting these pieces here, because they have to go inside the holster, or onto something else. So I'm going to leave those nice and dry and nice and silver. Plus, I don't have any kind of paint protector yet. Now, as you can see, I'm lightly dabbing the brush in the paint. Gently applying it. Now, most likely this will take me about a couple of coats to get the color I want. And that's okay with me, you know, I'm used to adding multiple coats. Also, a little side note, this is my first time painting anything in gold. So yeah. You guys are sharing this experience with me. Okay, yeah, that's going to take a little... Give it some time to dry. Move on to the next blade. This one will be a little bigger, so a little easier. Like I said, for now I'm only going to paint one side at a time. Kind of wish my background was black right now. Probably make it a little easier to see this stuff. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get some nice even streaks. Well, nice even paint job. You can't really see it all that well. I don't want to have too many streaks in here. I want it to be a nice flat look. Because if you go for close-ups and they see all the streaks, well then it's proven that you see. I can't talk. I'm sorry. People will notice that it's all hand painted. And whenever I paint stuff, I try and make it the best I can. I do not have steady hands, but I'm pretty good at this whole painting thing. Now I'm trying not to leave any bulbous parts or parts that got too much paint on it. Like I said, I'm trying to get it all nice and even out. This side again. Most likely I'm gonna have to come over those parts with about maybe 2 or 3 layers of paint. Which that's okay. I have enough of this gold paint to do so. Now, this is where the paint's really going to be important for this one because, as you see, all this is silver while this side is black. Did that in the previous video. Which I did not get to show you guys when I was doing it, but it was a little difficult, but I got it. I use an X-Acto knife to go ahead and sharpen this to a point. And again, if I didn't say in my previous video, I'm saying it now. If you're going to be customizing bladed stuff like this, anything with an X-Acto knife, if you're not old enough, please have a parent by your side to do it for you, or at least take great consideration. X-Acto knives are very sharp, and I have cut and stabbed myself numerous times with them. So yeah, be careful. Put these off to the side. Now, a knife. This knife has always been a favorite of mine. Like, it's a very impractical knife because of the fact it has it's split down the middle and all these jagged pieces. Like, cutting something with this might be difficult, and stabbing, well, this will get hooked up in the body. Yeah, it'll do some serious damage, but if you stab where bone is at, well then, you risk it getting stuck and having to fight with getting it out of whoever you stick it into. Ooh. So I would probably only keep this weapon as like a trophy or on display, and maybe only use it if I have to. But as for an actual combat weapon, it would be useful for intimidation, I think. But then again, this is the Predator universe, so what seems impractical to me is very, very practical for them. It's very useful for them. I'm going to be done with this. This is going to be cool. Now, as far as I know, the only Predator that I can think of that actually has gold blades is the Big Red Predator, who was originally a fan-made Predator for a fan film, but was adopted by NECA, and they made a figure of him, which I do not own, but from what I've seen, it's really, really cool. Now, the paint didn't fully dry on this, so yeah. Okay, so I'm going to let those blades sit for a little while. I'm going to let them sit off the screen right here, let the paint dry, then I'll come back and get to them later on. And I'm dipping my paintbrush in the hot water and cleaning it off. Don't want the paint to sit there, okay? What I also do to help out my paintbrushes is that after I dip them in hot water, I scrape them off the side, brush off the side of the container I use, which for the moment is a plastic jug container. And then I go ahead, I take my paintbrush and I dry it off really quick. And I try and flatten it out, that way paint does not get stuck in there. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and paint something else. What am I going to paint? Let me think for a minute. Alright guys, next we're going to be painting all the leather on the Predator body. I have another paintbrush, more of a flat-headed one. These are pretty good to use. Now, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and take inspiration from the Wasp Predator. Again, another predator that I find interesting but I do not have. I'm going to take inspiration from him and paint the loincloth. All the parts I find to be leather, I'm going to paint that blue. First, I'm going to go with a 2 blue paint job. Then I'm going to go over it with a deep navy, my bad. This to give it a little bit of depth, a little bit of wear and tear. Well, a little bit of darken, as if it's been worn constantly. Alright, now let's get into it. Now, because I don't have anything to go ahead and hold the paint for me, really, I'm using the lids, which is really helpful out for a little bit of paint cup. Now, this is my first time using this 2 blue. So yeah, y'all get to help me see what this paint's like. Now, because this has a flat surface, I can go ahead and paint the whole thing and just flip it over, and it'll be okay. So far, I'm liking this blue. It's difficult to find the right kind of blue to paint some things because there's so many variants of blue, just like the rest of the colors, but it's just something about the blue. You just gotta find the right one. And I was really debating on what blue paint should I use, because I have a number of blue paint. I think blue paint's the most paint color I have. Blue and red, and purple. Yeah, blue, red, purple, and green are the most paint colors I have. I just really like those colors. And I'm going to be using them a lot more soon for other characters. Okay, let's go ahead and get more to this side. Now, as you see, I'm putting just enough paint on both sides of the brush and trying to fan it out. Trying to keep it nice and thick to where I don't have to go over with so many coats, but I'm trying to make sure I don't overdo it and keep it nice and thin. That way I do not lose so much detail. Because if you lose detail in what you're doing, well, it's just going to come off as one of those older toys that had next to no detail on it, and it just will not be impressive. So when customizing and painting, you want to make sure you don't lose too much detail. So constantly brush over certain spots and really thin the paint out. And even though I don't really want to go over too many layers, sometimes you have to no matter what. And that's okay. Do what you gotta do. Okay, let's try and turn this around. I don't want to get paint all over my hands. Alright, a lot of paint here, so just spread it out. Now obviously I'm going to have to come back over here and repaint. We'll apply some more paint on this end. So, okay. I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, the brown's still seeping through. So yeah, I'm going to come back over here and apply more paint. And that's okay. That's okay. I want it to be the best it can look. Sorry about that. Okay, this is looking good. Never thought I'd say about something's midsection, but oh well. Try and roll this a little bit. Alright, put this off to the side. Let it get dried up. I had this paintbrush for a little while, and yeah, this is one of the reasons why you want to take good care of your paintbrushes, guys, because if you don't, they end up getting bristled out and everything. So you want to make sure you take good care of them. Now, the body is going to be a little more difficult because there's quite a few spots I'm going to go over the brown with the blue for, and I wish I could have taken this back piece off. Would have made things easier, but oh well, stuff happened. Some things you can't do. So let me see if I can go over with this one. If not, I'm going to go ahead and grab one of my smaller brushes. Yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and grab a smaller brush. It's doing pretty well, but still. I really like this. Yeah, this is coming out great. You want to try and keep it nice and steady when you paint. Oh, got some on his chest, but yeah, I got a little bit of paint on his chest, but that's okay. I'm gonna be repainting that too anyway. So let's see here, a little bit there. Wish I could paint underneath the leather strap as well, but you can't get everything. At least if I had some glue remover, then I could move the armor, and then I could. But I don't have any, so I gotta work what I got. And that's okay, you know? It's okay. That's all I can get right there. Now, I'm gonna hold this upside down. Let me get another paintbrush, because I want precise and precision. Well, accuracy and precision. So, give me a second. Okay, got a smaller paintbrush, the one I was using before. So, let's try this again. Let's try this out. Just a bit. As you see, I'm being very gentle and going very thin with the blue paint for these pieces because I don't want to apply too much and get it everywhere. Even though I'm repainting the entire piece and everything, I don't want to apply, well, I try to draw within the lines, if you know what I'm saying. Well, color within the lines. And it's not exactly easy when you don't have steady hands. Now, if you get it outside where you wanted to get it, it's okay, because you're repainting the whole thing anyway, so don't beat yourself up over small details. Okay, a little to the side here. There we go. Now, one of the things I love about painting nowadays is the fact that I can really be creative and explore both what I can do and what I can make. And guys, I do encourage you, if you want to try something out for a hobby and for fun, try painting. Because I may not sound like it or seem like it, but I'm actually enjoying this. It's a little difficult because this is the first time I'm painting with a camera in front of me, or at least my cell phone. So it's a little difficult. But honestly, I am enjoying this. It's nice and relaxing, and I get to be I get to express myself. Now this dangling piece is gonna make it a little difficult, but I can make it. Let's see. Inside here are some shurikens, some little throwing disc weapons like ninja stars, but for the predator. Ooh, those things were wicked. But they were cool. Would not want to get hit by one. Just a nasty looking thing. But I'm gonna have to go ahead and get another paintbrush and paint inside there too to paint them gold. Because like I said, I'm painting all the bladed weapons gold. Let's see, a little bit there, a little bit here. Oh, a little outside the line. Oh well. Spin around a little bit. Ooh. Get some there, a little bit there. Okay, let's try and get a little more to the belt. All right. Doing good, doing good. Let's get more to this side now. I'll paint the back side of these pieces. I don't really have to, but for the sake of actually wanting to do what I want to do and do it right, I'm going to. Like, I want to go ahead and make a career out of painting figures and whatnot. So if I'm going to do that, then I gotta be respectful and, paint everything. Have as much detail as possible. Best way to show customers, like, if you're going to be going ahead and selling off some of this stuff, which I hate to say may happen in the future for me, if I need the money and I'm forced to sell off some of the stuff I work on, I'm going to have to do it. Like, I'm planning to go ahead and make some things and sell it. I might go from selling off of Facebook. Decent prices, I promise. So if I'm going to be selling any of this stuff that I work on, it's got to be detailed and it's got to look good. Okay, here's where it's going to be a little difficult. Again, this is where having steady hands will really come in handy. So far, I'm doing good. Okay, now let's get the back. A little more room to work here. So I can apply a little bit more paint. Now, I still don't really know what I'm going to paint the armor. I might paint that red, or I might paint it... Well, actually, I'm thinking about painting another Predator with a red armor. I haven't decided yet. As far as I know, there's not really many Predators with red armor. 2 or 3 at the most I can think of off the top of my head. I don't have internet right now. I'm hoping to have it tomorrow. So, yeah, tomorrow, if I can get my internet back, or at least get minutes back on my phone. If I get back on high-speed data, I'll check it out tomorrow and I'll see. Well, tomorrow as of recording this video. Alright, so far this is looking good. Yep, I like this. Okay, now the tricky part. Okay, I think these... Oh, look at it. Look at this. This is coming out nicely. I'll go over it again with another coat of blue. I may not even need to go over it with the navel, which actually is good for me. Is good. Okay, let's return back to the blades. The paint is completely dried, so we can go back and dab at some. Try to keep my big hands out of the way so I can actually see what's going on. Yeah, this is coming out really nice. Okay, let's see if we can get you out of focus. Alright, yeah, one more coat of paint and that will be good. Alright, let's go ahead and do this over here. This one might take about another 2 coats of paint. That's okay. 2 or 3 more coats won't be bad. I got plenty. You know, I'm really trying to thin it out here. This one might just about be done, but still. Go. Come along pretty nicely. Next, I'm gonna have to try and figure out what else I'm gonna paint, or at least what I'm gonna paint it. Maybe black or something. No, it's so hard to decide. I don't want to be a carbon copycat of other Predators. I want him to be unique to his own. So, yeah. Alright, let's see what else I can find to paint. Alright guys, for painting consistency, I did a little bit of painting off screen. Still gotta do a little bit more. But now I know I'm gonna paint the armor and the Predator. So, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this old Gatorade cap, and I'm gonna go ahead and fill it with, just a second here, some real green paint. Now, for those of you who don't have little paint containers and all that you can hold paint in, I use bottle caps. They work out real well. They don't hold too much, but they hold enough. So that's always a good thing. I also occasionally use old ice trays that no one uses anymore. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this little brush again and start, applying the green paint. Glad I did not decide to go with my Shamrock green paint, because if you apply too much of it, well, it looks kind of slimy. It's a good paint, but like I said, if you apply too much, it looks slimy, and I don't want that. So I'm going to apply this green paint here, try and thin it out so I don't lose any detail. Gotta remember to only paint one side. Now I may go ahead and do some more painting off screen for the sake of saving time, because if not, this video will be way longer than what it should be, and it's already clocking in at, well, now 32 minutes. So yeah, I'll be go ahead and doing some painting off camera, but don't go anywhere. Got more coming your way, guys. I gotta say, guys, this real green is coming out real good. It's a nice mid-green color. Now I'm going to go ahead and paint the rest of it as soon as it's fully dry. And whenever I'm done painting it, I'm going to go ahead and grab some black paint and try and do some dry brushing over it. And, make it look a little better. Okay, while we're going to wait for the legs parts to dry, let's go ahead and paint on the wrist gauntlets, plasma caster, and the neck. Now, guys, listen. While you're painting anything with articulation, it's important to get enough paint on there, but not too much. You don't want to lose any kind of articulation. So let me go ahead and do a little bit of painting on this and the rest, and I'll show you what's going on. My, this is taking a while. It's already at 3, almost 4 o'clock. Whew, and I've been doing this for hours. This video may only be 33 minutes long, but it's been hours, guys. Alright, I just applied some more green paint to some of these things. And I gotta say, the green is coming out beautiful. I'll definitely be applying more of this green paint to other figures. Because it's just a beautiful green. Now, one thing to know about this neck joint, I was worried about it being a little stickier. And it is. It's a little more stickier when it comes to articulation. And it's going to have some rubbing off with green paint. But it's still coming out good. If anything, it's reminding me of those old toy lines. Well, of certain toys where they had this green paint on it. And it's just such a dark green. But it just works. I'm definitely going to have to go to the store and see if I can find me some more paint like this. Because it's just working out great. It's just... I really love using this green paint, guys. It's just awesome. And I'm glad I decided to paint my Predator. Both his... well, all his armor is going to be green. As far as I know, we have a few green Predators in the Kenner line. And in the Lost Predators line. For figures. But no Predator with green armor. So as far as I know, I'm going to have the first green armored Predator. So I guess I could say, take that, NECA. Trying not to lose any detailing here, but I think I will. Or maybe I'll get lucky and the paint will just fade into it. and I get to keep the detailing. But seriously, guys, I'm just loving this green paint. It's just coming out so well. It looks a little slimy at first, but when it dries, it just works. Now, like I said, I'm going to be applying this paint and everything. I'm also going to apply it to my Predator figure, but when it comes to the armor, I'm going to go over with a layer of black as a dry brush and give it a little bit of more detail. Okay, let's get to work on the head. Now, here's what I'm going to do for the head. I'm going to paint all around it, most of it, in this green paint and a little bit more black shadow to it. But the brow right here, I'm going to paint it a nice blue color. And the eyes will be a nice bright red. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, also important to note, when you're painting around places like this, around the face, you want to be careful, like eyes as well. You want to be careful around and try paint lightly. It's okay if you get a little bit in there. As you can see, I already painted in the red eyes. I gotta apply more paint, but that's okay. Now, guys, also to let you know that well, it's not easy getting in little crevices like this. It's not impossible. With the right size paintbrush, you can really get into a lot of places where you can't get with others. But also, you gotta make sure you're steady about it. See, I'm rushing a little bit right now in some spots because, well, I'm running out of time to be where I am. And this might end up being a 4-part video. Oh well, my channel, I can do whatever I want. But anyway, for those of you guys who are sticking around for this little bit that I'm doing here, I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Let me see if I can just focus. Yeah, this is a pretty good green paint. This might end up becoming my go-to green paint now. Like before, I was mainly going with my Shamrock green or Christmas green. Don't really like the Christmas green so much. The Shamrock tends to come off as being a little slimy looking. But yeah, this real green paint might end up becoming my go-to green paint now. It's so good. I never thought I'd be talking so good about paint. Oh well. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and paint the skin of the Predator green as well. As far as I know, there's about maybe at least three green Predators in the NECA Predator series. So I guess I'll just make number 4. But again, I don't see any Predators with green armor. So I just might end up doing the first ever, as far as I know, green armor Predator, which is pretty cool. Because they got some Predators with blue armor, yellow, red, black, I think, and mixture of colors, silver mainly. I like this. I like the red eyes and the green bottom half. Maybe I should paint the top black. You know, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Really make those colors blend in there. I like it. Ooh, this is another reason why I love painting and doing stuff, guys. Because of the fact that I get very creative. I get new ideas all the time. I don't always get to act on my new ideas, but I get to come up with new ideas and express them. Especially now that I'm doing stuff like this. I got a billion ideas on fan fiction about what I want to do. well, for story-wise, and I gotta act on those to keep people interested in my fanfiction account, which you can go ahead and check out on fanfiction.com/ Machine Dragon, Machine Dragon Nero. If you guys want, y'all can check that out. Let me know what you think about my little stories and whatnot. I gotta go ahead and finish some of them and complete more and update some. For some reason, I haven't been getting to that, but I will. Haven't updated anything since April, which was my girlfriend's birthday. Well, her birthday was in April. Yeah, this is looking good. Really looking good. Now let me go ahead and apply some more paint. Alright guys, check it out. The mask painted. Same real green on the face. For the lower portion of the mask. Bright red eyes that are a bit reflective. That's cool. Not many Predator figures I know have red visors. I think the Borg Predator for his mask, or one with a lot of cybernetics enhanced armor, has red eyes. And I think the Ultimate Clan Leader has red eyes. I have naval blue for the brown, for the brow, and yeah, and black all around the top. I don't know what color I'm gonna paint this piece right here. Maybe another type of red. I'm thinking. But yeah. Okay, guys, I got other stuff to go do, and this is taking a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here because I got other videos I want to make, and this is still on my cell phone, and I'm not going to be uploading until hopefully tomorrow. So, yeah, I got other videos I want to make, so I'm going to cut the video here. Alright, guys, let me know what you thought about everything you see here, all the paint jobs I've been doing. Hopefully next video I'll have a lot more done, and then I'll be able to put them together, and I can give you guys his backstory. This is Machine Dragon Nero signing off. See you on the battlefield.